The Internet of Things, that is an umbrella term that refer to the billions of physical objects. The IoT devices, we are commonly named as the IoT connecting devices that refer to those objects or things that connected to the internet, all connecting and exchanging the data with other devices and the system over the internet. While the IoT has been in existence since 19, that recent advancement in a number of different technologies that have made it more practical, that is access to the affordable and reliable sensor technologies that increased the availability of cloud computing platform, then advances in the machine learning and AI technologies. Those IoT devices that are working currently using a 4G or the 5G network in latest features that can able to access those 5G network and perform those operation, those verbal instructions. That is the important aspect of those IoT devices, and that is very much important for today's new way of life, the modern way of lifestyle that we are deal with, we are survive, and that's the devices that range from the small ordinary household cooking appliances, the sophisticated industrial tools, the IoT component, the unique identifier, and they can also transmit the data without the assistance of the human intervention. That is the important parameter that the IoT will work on. They have some important features that related to the IoT, that how they are working using those machine learning and AI technology, the integration of the AI technologies and those machine learning, that instructions that can provided by the users, and the tasks are performed according to that instruction, according to that guidance that they provide, and that's an important and very useful feature that IoT has provided. The consumer types of IoT and the commercial types of IoT, there are two types of basically IoT are working. Along with that, there is an industrial and military based IoT, but the infrastructure IoT is primarily used for the smart cities, the modern cities, the infrastructure sensors and the management system that is working toward those infrastructure IT development IoT infrastructure process, and that's how this will work in for the larger purpose. That is the ultimate broader aspect in this technological point of view, that this infrastructure IoT will be working toward those areas, and the consumer IoT is primarily for everyday use, daily household applications, the home appliances, the voice assistants, and the light fixture, that all are working, not only light but also other important appliances, fans, TV, air conditions, many other smart devices are working as a based on IoT, and that the commercial IoT that is working for the primarily for the healthcare and the transport industries, the smart pacemakers and the monitoring system. All these monitoring devices are working as a commercial IoT or business purposes. The industrial IoT is primarily used as a industrial applications, and as it's a manufacturing and the energy sector are working. They are used for the broad aspect. There is some important application that is related to this industrial IoT section, and the digital control system, how these IoT devices will act upon those digital signal, those application that is working towards the digital used and the smart agriculture and the industrial data that is towards those important. The IoT has made it very much possible for the physical world to meet the digital world. That is the important. That creates the importance of IoT, and that they cooperate with each other, and that offers various tasks, various applications that IoT will provide. The IoT devices will working that on that features, and that is very useful, and that numerous benefit to the organizations by enabling them to automate and simplify their daily tasks. The IoT grows exponentially year on year, and companies are leveraging those a massive amount of business values, those tremendous business values that they can offer, they can provide those in terms of business entities, and there is some important benefit that arises due to this IoT application and using those IoT features that generate a new business model, a new business process that can be served using IoT, and the revenue stream that is working towards those IoT applications to improve the business decisions through the data-driven views, the data-driven services from the IoT applications, and to increase the productivity, increase the services and the efficiency of those business operations, the activity that related to the businesses using those IoT applications, and to enhance the customer experience, to feature those customer applications, to use those IoT devices that can work towards those important areas. And that's the worldwide spending of IoT that has been significantly impacted by the economic effect of the pandemic, and that's a study that shows the compounded annual growth rate of 11% over the next 5 years. That is a potential advantage and the potential market value that has created during this IoT, and that is the important, we can say, those application. And many IoT devices for such hardware applications, sensors, the smart gadget, the IoT-enabled gadget, the applications, appliances, and the other machines, and the AI integration machine learning devices that collect and exchange the data over the internet, and they are programmed for the certain applications, and that can be embedded into the IoT devices, and that is the traffic that can identify and send those messages within a fraction of time, with a fraction of second, using those machine learning and the smart AI application that records and the previous data that gathered and send out those message automatically to the particular person that about to meet those information, require those information or any other performing task they want to do with these IoT devices. And that is the important and the strength of this IoT application, that they are working based on those user application, their user task, and their instruction within a fraction of seconds, and very efficiently and very accurately. And that's the way that different IoT devices have functioning, and they have some similarities, how they work, how the physical object that make those sensors with the world, integrated CPU, they connected to the dynamic server, and those information that configure and manage through those applications. And they have integrated those services and applications that working towards the immediate response to the web server. That is an integrated web server that is the key driver for the IoT devices for the home security, activity tracker, industrial security, safety, motion detections, and many other important and useful applications that IoT can provide. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.